When you even look at the grid, it's 100 years old.
Yeah.
So we got to rehabilitate it. We have to add increased capacity. We have to improve it.
So, Rafael, what's the state of the UK's grid? Are we where we need to be?
We definitely are, but let me tell you one thing first. So excited to be here today at All Energy, completely energized, and not so because of the conference, but the fact that our regional headquarters are here in Glasgow, and we got more than 50 engineers working exactly what you're talking about. So let me tell you, it's right now, right, the paradox of the UK is that renewable energy is being generated where demand is the lowest, right? So we got to find a way to take that demand to where it's needed, but we got a little problem, which is the grid, and I like to call it as the patient. It cannot take that stress. We're putting so much energy into it, but it cannot take it. So the solution comes, how do you help this patient to be able to take on that energy, that stress, so that you can fix the issues?
And so in terms of changing the grid, obviously we're looking at an incredible program of investment into the grid at the moment.
Absolutely.
Are we on track? Are we I mean, obviously curtailment is the big issue, right? That's an incredibly political issue. Are we somewhere close to tackling that?
Well, I think curtailment is the response to what is happening of adding the energy, right? We're trying to, what is happening here is so noble. We're trying to achieve net zero by 2050, right? So we're generating all this renewable energy that we need to bring it in. The issue, as I mentioned, is the patient that cannot take that stress. So when I see the curtailment, it's the response to I got too much energy, but my patient cannot take it. So how do we bring it into the patient? That's where BESS comes in, adding storage to the system. The time for BESS is now. And the reason for it is that you got too much generation. This is not a generation problem. This is a system problem. How can I take it to where it's needed? And right there, when you even look at the grid, it's 100 years old.
Yeah.
So we got to rehabilitate it. We have to add increased capacity. We have to improve it. We have to have the additional storage, battery, etc. And then we need to make sure that we take it to the customer. So it's a complete circle.
I mean, I think the question around BESS is really interesting,
Yeah.
and I feel like looking at the projections from NESO, like saying actually we're going to have too much battery storage by 2030. How do we find the right balance there?
Oh, I think you have multiple types of storage. It doesn't have to be battery anyways. You can do pump storage. Those are long duration. You go into hydrogen. We're helping our clients, SSC right now with the Arbor Pathfinder project. We did the pre-feed and the feed for a hydrogen solution that is long duration storage. But when it comes down to BESS, it also opens it to business ventures. We have businesses that are coming from other locations to invest because everyone is seeing here that the government is committed to increasing renewable energy utilization. But for that, you got to bring the solution, and then that's where battery energy storage comes in.
I think it's a really interesting question around the sort of the international appeal. I mean, like here in the UK, we can sometimes feel a bit sort of dispirited and a bit are we going fast enough? Are we doing enough? How do we stack up internationally?
Well, I think that you kind of leading the way from a perspective of solving a problem. There is a lot of renewable energy being used in Spain, etc., and they have similar challenges. But the big difference here is this noble commitment to net zero by 2050. We want to accomplish energy security, right? So we're moving through the energy transition, bringing all the renewables. Now, that opens up kind of the market to the developers. Say, look, I have a solution that I can bring to your problem. You need the storage. Let's make sure that you can accomplish your goal, so let's bring this storage on board. Right now, we have a client that is doing extremely well in the UK. We're helping them with their ECHOS battery energy storage project. It's a 500 megawatt, 1 gigawatt hour solution for them, and they got other projects coming up. So it's kind of like a greenfield type of situation to bring your solution to attend to the goal of the government, which, coming from the US, I really appreciate what is happening here, which is really driving the usage of renewables.